Alright, hey guys, welcome back. I'm going for another ride. Before I get into it, obviously this is a voice recording. I hadn't figured out my audio settings yet, but in this one I'm trying a new style of editing, and honestly, the original total time for all the clips in here was about 40 minutes, and I was like, you know what, that's way too long, so I'm cutting it down because I don't want to talk for 40 minutes for this. I don't think you guys want to listen to me talk for 40 minutes, so here we go. I'm gonna have cuts like this right here where I literally forgot to put the little safety strap on. That way I could, if they crash or whatever, the magnet will come off. So, I mean, that's good I remembered, but I should have remembered a bit sooner. Now that we're back, let's go. I'm just kind of riding around now. Here I am at the roundabout. This is one of the scariest spots to be in my neighborhood. We get a lot of people who cut through, who don't pay attention, who don't know how to merge, and then me not having any turn signals on here kind of makes it more difficult, but I just really trust that I know what I'm doing, and that in my head, I know other people don't know what they're doing. So I'm kind of just zipping along, going a back way. I totally stopped at that stop sign right there, for sure. I also definitely stopped at this four-way intersection too. Good thing the Facebook moms aren't out, they would get me. Now I'm actually on campus for the place I was going. I went to go visit some teachers for a back-to-school event for those in my neighborhood, even though I've already been graduated. And as I get here, I'm trying to look for a parking space. I didn't expect it to be this full. I thought about leaving it in the shade, but that was too much. And then I was going to go put it by the door, but then all these people showed up. So I just had to wait and wait and wait. It felt like forever in this heat. And I just went ahead and parked up. I hate scooters, but it at least would put me by something else. So, you know what? A win is a win, and I'm going to head inside. I will be back in a little bit. Okay, let's get back into this second part now. I'm back on the bike, getting ready to go. It was so crowded in there. There were so many more people than I was expecting, but I got to see the teachers I wanted to, including my mom, so I'm super happy about that. I don't know why I threw my feet up like that, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm finally heading out, and I can't decide if I want to go for a ride or if I want to go home, but my first step is get out of the parking lot. So I'm making a choice here. I could go right, but I came from that way, and I hate making a ride where I go the same way, so I'm going to go left. So if I were to go right here, I would end up going home, and I thought about it, but I made a really bad decision to go in the left lane after that, to go ahead and head into the next town over. Hopefully the cops there won't care as much today. They usually don't, but this road I'm on right now is my actual enemy. But today I did pretty good on it, so this road right here is the number one enemy in my car. It is terrible. The road, as you can kind of see, it's not very well paved. There's a ton of cracks. I actually do pretty good on my bike on this road because I'm able to stay in a line. I have a bit more control, but if I go down too fast or too slow, I end up with a lot of issues. So that's the one downside, but it's really not that big a deal. The other issue is the stop sign right here. It's really hard to see, so I just kind of hope and pray for the best. Now I'm pulled up to a light. It's the last little area before I can get into the neighborhood, or downtown area. And I love this downtown area. It's so much fun. It'll be in the next clip, but at this light, it's a little nerve-wracking. Cars from my right will turn in and kind of merge. It's really bad. Accidents have happened there, but thankfully not to me. But yeah, I'm about to pause this video so my clips aren't too long, and then I will be back shortly as soon as I find some shade and can pause and take a little rest, because it is very hot out. I do not want to overheat me or my GoPro. Okay, y'all, I'm back with the third part of this video. This is after, found some shade. and I'm ready to get back going again. So I'm going downtown and kind of just gonna have fun with it. I accidentally jumped in front of that car a little soon. Nothing crazy usually happens when I'm in downtown, but you know what? We'll see what today holds. There's a lot going on though, and right here I was cutting through the back of a building because I didn't want to run into anybody that I didn't really want to see, because I know there's a few people that don't like me that hang out down here. But I am on the way into the parking garage now. That way I can get the pictures and videos that I came down here for. I might post those as a YouTube short later. I may already have. I don't know. This video was super long to begin with, and it's taking a lot to edit. But here I am. Stopped, of course. Gotta get the pictures and videos, so, you know, it is what it is. I sped it up. I thought it'd be funny because you can't even see me taking the pictures and videos. You can just kind of see my body moving and posing to try to get the pictures and videos. But now that I'm done, I'm gonna head back. There's 2 ways to get in and out of the parking garage, and I really wasn't sure which way to go. But I did end up going back out the way I came in, just because it was easier, and I knew for sure I had already seen there were no cops, so their likelihood of some coming in was kind of low. I mean, it's always a risk going out with this bike, but I take it as it is. Then on the way back down, I'm just having fun. I learned I could put my feet up like this and still balance pretty well. At least going in a straight line. I haven't done it around corners yet much, only because I know that my feet will end up bumping the tire, because I did that on accident, not paying attention when I leaned slightly when I was looking at something. So I try to make sure my feet are up but still out. I probably look stupid, but you know what? It is what it is. And then this part really got on my nerves the most. This is a roundabout right here, but as you can see, the car that was going by was going so slowly, I literally had to stop. Like, I had to stop in the roundabout instead of just yielding, but I couldn't just go through because they started to go so fast. And then the second I was behind them, as you can see, I'm barely moving. I didn't slow this clip down. I didn't do this on purpose. The car in front of me had been going so slow. You can see a little bit of it there. I didn't know what they were doing. I wasn't sure if I'd be safe. I was super anxious at this point because when they went by in the roundabout, they did turn to look at me, but they ended up driving off here, and this clip right now was so long that I was like, you know what? Before I go ahead and head back, I need to stop. I need to get some shade. I need to end this clip and start a new one. So I'm going to do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, let's get into part 4 of this video. So I'm heading back home now, but I gotta get off the sidewalk. So now I'm off the sidewalk. Everything so far on the ride was going fine, but I'm about to encounter a couple issues, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm currently approaching the light to go back, which crosses over a highway, which it's kind of dangerous, but there is a light, so it's a little bit better. I don't like being the very first car like this because, one, I don't know if the sensor works, if there's enough weight, if I'm in the right spot, and 2, a car behind me may not see. But here, it's just me looking back and forth super anxiously because I thought that car was someone I know that I don't really like, and the last thing I wanted was to see that type of person out. So as soon as that light changed, I literally booked it across. As you can see, I'm going as fast as it is to safely go, but I keep looking back because there's only so many ways you can go, and the way I was going, I wouldn't think, someone would go this way if they weren't following me. So it made me a little nervous. I, of course, my helmet, if I had to, I could double tap it so that I could call the last number dialed, which I think at the time was my mom, which would be a huge relief. But I'm still looking back here. They have been following me for a bit, but now that I'm on this black road here, they were gone. I don't know where they turned off, but now I'm back in my actual neighborhood, pretty much. I'm off that black road, in my neighborhood, on the street. I do make a split-second decision here, and I end up pulling to this church parking lot. I take the time, I record the first video in my bike and banter vlogs, so check that out, but I will be back with part 5. Alright, last part of the video, and honestly, good news, as you can see, the video is not very long. I was able to cut down a ton of it. I'm pretty happy about that. A lot of the media that I had was just me riding, and I didn't have much to say. But here I am leaving that church parking lot. I decided to go around the back because honestly, sometimes there is cops over there, and if I'm in the parking lot, I believe it's considered private property, so they couldn't ticket me if they wanted to. I could just say, oh, I'm learning to ride, and I'm just taking pictures and videos of it. But thankfully, I didn't have any issues. There weren't any cops over here. Now I just gotta get back on the main road towards my house, and then we'll pretty much be set to just have an easy ride back. Just the best thing I can ask for. Now that I am back on the road, I'm getting pretty close to the roundabout again. Every time I go through this roundabout, if you look on the left, there's kind of like a curb, but it's one of those curbs you can kind of drive up if you need to. Every time I've been so tempted to go up on that curb and ride around it, but one, I don't know how slippery the tiles are, and two, I feel like that would get me in trouble. I'm going to end up on Facebook or get the cops called to me. I don't really want to worry about that, but since I am through it, I kind of just full throttled it just to see, you know what, how fast can I go uphill? And it's about to show, even though it's kind of hard to see, I do get up to 37 miles per hour going uphill. As you can see, it's pretty good. I've gotten 40 downhill, so I'm a little disappointed, but nothing crazy. I am almost home though, so thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it so much. I had no cops, no issues, and I had a fun ride. That's pretty much it. Last thing, right here, I thought I saw a cop, so of course I decided to wait and see. It ended up not being a cop, so I was super thankful. Now I just gotta park my bike in the shade. Again, just make sure you like and subscribe. See you next time.
Round of applause, baby, make that ass clap. Drop it to the floor, make that